Hey, what up, y'all? Ringo again, back with Cat versus Davis. Looks like round three, I think. I kind of lost track at this point. We're getting towards the middle or end of the fight. What we're gonna see here is Cat tiring out, getting a little gassed. Still mostly dominant, but more of the same of not moving. And we're gonna see a lot more of that, a lot more getting trapped. But we're also going to see some kicks, which is new, so we'll talk about that. Much better use of the punch from the clinch. We'll see two really good punches from the clinch coming up. Davis is doing more of the same sort of ring work. A little bit better than he's looked the past in the first round, but still hasn't quite found his feet yet. Starting to get better, but really still a dominant performance by Cat. We'll talk a little bit about shield position, and that should be most of it. So let's get going. So Davis walks in. Notice Cat is starting with his hands down. Boom, boom. This is what I call resting guard because it's not really a guard. You're resting. This is a great place to start when your opponent is out of range. There's absolutely no reason to get your hands up until your opponent can hit you. Stay there, rest. Shields are heavy, weapons are heavy. So, let's take a look at this kick, this opening kick Cat throws. Davis takes a step in. As he does, Cat's going to try and destabilize it by kicking right at the hip. He kicks right below the hip joint. Since then, we're starting to think the actual spot you want to hit is right above the hip joint. We're working on that to figure out what the best option is, but right now that's our current theory. Right here, as opposed to where he is kicking, which is more like right there. Still well above the knee, you can see. And you'll see there is some buckle by the leg there. Boom. And part of what happens here is Cat's not really driving forward. You can see he's a little bit facing backwards, and as he hits, he pushes back his own body more than he steps through. This is a really hard thing to do in armor, to hit and step through, but you really want to push forward. There's two ways of throwing that sort of front kick. You throw it and you hit and you let your push you back, sort of de-weighting, or you step into it and throw all your weight into it and hope that pushes your opponent back. That's what you really want to do here, and that's really going to mess with their leg. The other reason it fails, of course, though, is as he's doing that step, boom, eats a punch. And that kind of throws him off a little bit. Note how he has his hands out here to try and get some distance and try to hold off any attack that comes from Davis. I wouldn't do that personally. Personally, the way I like to do it is pump high with my hands so that they're looking up and then throw that shot in. I also don't think I would throw a hip kick as someone else is attacking. I think I would do that when they're stable, but I'm not 100% sure on when the best time to throw that is. I don't really throw a hip kick to an opponent I'm facing, so I don't really know the best option on that, but just some sort of thoughts on that. Anyway, so we're going to see more of that sort of swimmy, molly thing that shuts people down. Talk about shield angles here. We're going to see this happen a couple times. Davis' shield is in tight, basically right against his head. That's not a great thing to draw it, but whatever. So you can see, boom, right there on his head. I would like to see it out more, so his arm is kind of extended. Because as Cat throws this shot in, even though you can see, boom, it hits the buckler and turns it, it's still making contact right there on the helm. Because that axe is long, it's got a little hooky bit. And honestly, bucklers aren't the best defense. So if your shield is not out and you catch it a little too close, that shot can still come in. And even if that doesn't rock your body or anything, if you're doing a singles game, well, you got to watch for points. All right, so we've gone for a while. Let's get into it a little more. Some more leg shots from Cat. More of that mauling. And notice Cat's just trapped in the corner here. Davis is backing out because he respects him, but Cat's not really avoiding. Finally gets out. More of that mauling. Cat tries to push in. Doesn't really work. We can see some of these low leg shots here. That drops Davis's guard again. And that allows Cat to get free. And you can see they're both dropping their hands, even though they're in close. And Cat's going to eat some shots here because he's a little tired. So, another kick. Davis comes in, boom, that kick you can see pulls him back. That's what I was talking about, using that front kick to get you space. But note, Cat throws this shot. That's not the one. I guess that's later on in the round. We'll see what happens. Oh, this is the first of our two good clinch punches. So, what's happening here, let's just watch it happen first. Boom, heavy punch. So why it works, they're in the clinch. Cat's arm is across, locking down Davis's shield arm. He goes in. Davis starts to put his weapon arm up, pressing on Cat's head. And Cat is able to figure out where it is. So he can adjust his trajectory for that shot now. He's got Davis moving. Davis can't really do anything besides walk backwards and try to hold Cat off. So he's not going to be able to get his hand to fend this off and sort of swat it aside. We see Cat push and pull a little bit on this side, turning Davis to open him up. He pops up with this heel to get a little bit of extension. Normally you don't want to do that, but he's coming over the top with this overhand left. So as it comes up and over, boom, heavy punch. You can see Davis rocked a little bit, pushed back. Even if that doesn't fuck with your head, it's still going to move you. Still going to give you a couple of seconds. Pause. Alright, here it is. Here's where Cat comes in, doesn't get his guard up, eats a shot. And then again on this one, he's going to throw a shot, drops his guard, boom, eats another shot. Cat's tired. He's not keeping his shield out. He's doing the same thing Davis was doing. You can possibly react in time, but you're probably not gonna. So we see Cat try to go over the top again, and you'll see he's pulling in. You can tell that he's pulling because of Davis's body position here. He's putting all his energy out back. And again, this is locking Davis down, so he can't do anything else. Cat wisely lets go, lets Davis go back, sets, boom, puts his whole body into that punch. And you can see how much that rocked. Watch the rail sort of bounce as Cat hits him. Throws another shot as he leaves. And that's the round. So, yeah, probably could have gone more into some of that stuff. But really, the two things I think the big takeaways are watching your shield, not bringing it up when you don't need to, but making sure you keep it in good position, especially after you throw a shot. So many of us throw a shot and we drop our shields down. That's when you eat shots. Good counter punchers like Brandon Knight live off of this. They wait for you to throw a shot, and as you do, they catch a block, and they're gonna throw in because your guard will have dropped. They're either gonna tag you in the arm, tag you with an offside, or maybe even come right in over your shield. So make sure you keep your shield in guard when you throw, no matter how tired you are. Otherwise, you're gonna eat shots and lose points. The other good things are using kicks. We don't do it enough. People are not throwing enough kicks in our game. Let's start using our lower bodies, people. They're weapons too. And that overhand left, coming in over the guard once you already have the clinch established and you know what you're looking for. That's key, so that you're not throwing into a defense, so they can't just brush you off. You wait so that you can see the angle you need to throw against, throw that shot, make him eat it. That's going to be a heavy punch. People aren't going to like it. Alright, that's most of what I got for this one, so peace out. I'll see you next time.